Space was silent and dark, full of stars shining like tiny diamonds. But deep near the border of the Empire, something strange was happening. The Empire's space patrol ships had been watching the empty space for weeks. Suddenly, the sensors picked up a signal. It was weak, but very clear. An old Earth ship's code. Commander Raoul sat in the control room of his patrol ship, staring at the blinking red light on the radar. "What is that?" he asked quietly. "Why do we see an Earth ship signal here? That ship was lost 80 years ago." Lieutenant Mara, the ship's communication officer, was tense. "It's coming from the direction of the black hole near the border, sir, but that ship, ESS Horizon, was never supposed to return. Everyone thought it was destroyed." The Empire had lost contact with the Horizon a long time ago. It was on a mission near a dangerous black hole when all signals stopped. Many believed the ship and its crew had been lost forever in the deadly space, but now the signal was back. "Try to get more information. Send a message. Tell them to identify themselves," ordered Commander Raoul. Mara quickly sent a call out into space. The voice came from the speaker, cold and steady. "This is Empire Patrol. Identify yourself. State your name and mission." For minutes, there was silence. Then, suddenly, the signal changed. It was no longer just a simple call. It was a coded message, strange and unknown. The crew watched, confused and alert. "Sir," Mara said nervously, "the signal is not normal. It's using technology we don't understand. It's like a mix of Earth's old code and something alien." Raoul frowned. "Can we decode it?" "We are trying, but it is very complex. It looks like the ship's computer is sending us a challenge, something like a warning." Suddenly, the radar showed a shape. A huge ship was appearing near the black hole. It was the Horizon. The ship looked old, but it was shining with new, bright lights. Strange machines covered the hull. The crew on the patrol ship gasped. This was not the same old ship. It had changed. "Look at the shields," said Mara. "They are unlike anything we have ever seen. The energy is strong. Our weapons might not work." Commander Raoul ordered his fleet to move closer. But the Horizon was faster. It moved like a ghost, slipping away from every attempt to approach. Then, the impossible happened. The Horizon vanished completely. "Where did it go?" Raoul asked, his voice tense. "How can a ship just disappear like that?" "Maybe it is using some kind of cloaking technology," Mara said. "Or maybe it can jump through space." In the Empire's capital, the news of the Horizon's return caused panic. The generals and scientists gathered quickly to discuss the situation. General Terrace, a strong and serious man, spoke first. "The Horizon was our lost pride. It was our strongest battleship. If it is back with new technology, this could mean trouble." Scientist Dr. Voss showed them the images and data from the patrol ships. "This ship's technology is beyond what we have now. It seems to have been upgraded with something not from Earth. Maybe alien technology." The generals were silent for a moment. Then General Terrace said, "We need to prepare our fleets for war. But first we must try to understand the ship's mission. Is it friend or enemy?" Back near the Horizon, inside the ship, it was calm but tense. The crew was few, but each one was strong and alert. The ship's machines hummed softly with power. Lieutenant Jason Hale stood on the command bridge. He looked like a man frozen in time. His face was young, but his eyes showed wisdom and pain. "We have been lost for many years," Jason said, quietly. "But we have changed. The ship has changed." Jason walked to the ship's core, where a blue light pulsed softly. "Alien machines saved us near the black hole. They gave us new power, new technology. We are not the same as before." Suddenly, alarms rang loudly. The Horizon sensors showed Empire ships closing in fast. Jason's eyes narrowed. "They want to fight us. They don't understand who we are now." The communication officer reported, "They are trying to contact us, but their messages are weak." Jason smiled. "Let them try. They will see we are no longer the lost ship they remember." The horizon activated its shields. The blue light grew brighter, glowing like a living heart. The ship moved suddenly, faster than any other. The Empire. Ships fired their weapons, but the blasts bounced harmlessly from the new shields. Commander Ral shouted in frustration, "We can't hurt them! Fall back!" The horizon disappeared again, leaving the patrol ships behind in silence. Back in the Empire's war room, the tension was high. General Terrace said, "This ship is more powerful than we thought. We must find a way to stop it before it destroys us." Dr. Voss nodded. "We must study their technology. We can't fight without understanding it." Ral sat quietly, thinking about the lost ship and its mysterious crew. Why did they come back? What do they want? No one knew the answer. But one thing was clear. Something new was coming. The horizon was back, and it carried secrets that could change the future of the Empire forever. The stars shone quietly, over the dark space waiting for the next move in this silent game of power and mystery. The Empire's ships pulled back to the safety of their base. Commander Ral sat quietly in his command chair. His mind was full of questions. How could the Horizon survive so long? How did it get such powerful technology? And most important, what did it want? In the high halls of the Empire, the council met again. The room was filled with worried faces. General Terrace stood before the others and said, "We cannot ignore this anymore. The Horizon is not just a lost ship. It is a threat." Dr. Voss, the scientist, nodded. "The signal we received was not just a message. It was a warning. They are telling us they are not alone anymore. They have allies, or maybe they have changed into something else." A young officer spoke up. "Sir, our spies say that the Horizon's crew may have found alien technology near the black hole, something we have never seen. It could be dangerous." Ral's voice was steady but firm. "We must prepare for the worst. We will send a team to study the signal, try to learn more about their new technology." Meanwhile, aboard the Horizon, the crew worked quickly. The ship's AI was stronger than ever, built from alien parts and Earth's own computers. It had learned. It had grown. Lieutenant Jason Hale stood again on the bridge, watching space through the thick glass. "We cannot hide anymore," he said softly. "The Empire fears what they don't understand. But we want peace. We want to return home." The alien machines whispered in the ship's core, their blue light shining steady. Jason placed his hand on the glowing panel. "We have power now, but power is not the goal. We must prove ourselves. Show them that we have changed." Suddenly, a new signal arrived. It was from the Empire, a message not of war, but of talk. "Horizon, this is Empire High Command. We wish to speak. No weapons, no attacks. We want to understand your mission." Jason looked around his crew. Some were ready for battle. Others hoped for peace. He took a deep breath. "Prepare to reply. This is our chance." As the message was sent back, the Empire waited, hearts pounding. The silence between the two sides was heavy. Then, the Horizon's voice came through the comms, calm and clear. "We are not your enemy. We carry technology from beyond your world. We have changed, but we seek peace." General Terrace frowned. "Are they telling the truth? Or is this a trap?" Ral said, "We must be careful, but this is a chance to learn, to avoid war." The CA Council agreed to send an envoy, a small ship with diplomats and scientists, to meet the Horizon. Days passed slowly. Both sides prepared for the meeting. The Empire fleet stayed on alert. The Horizon traveled silently through the stars, heading toward the agreed location. As the two ships met in the cold space between them, a new chapter began. The signal that shouldn't exist was not a warning of war, but a call for hope. Yet, no one knew what secrets the Horizon truly carried, or what dangers waited in the shadows of the stars. The empty space between the Empire's fleet and the Horizon felt heavy and cold. The silence was full of questions no one dared to answer. Both sides waited for the moment their ships would come close enough for the meeting. Commander Ral sat in the command room of the Empire's envoy ship. His hands tightened on the chair's arms. He thought about the lost ship, the Horizon. It was once the pride of Earth's fleet, a symbol of hope and strength. Now, it was a mystery filled with danger. "Do you really think they want peace?" asked Lieutenant Mara quietly. Ral looked at her. "I don't know. But if we don't try to talk, we might never find out." On the horizon, Lieutenant Jason Hale prepared his crew. The alien technology around them hummed with energy. It was both strange and beautiful, but it reminded Jason of how far from home they had come. "We have waited too long," Jason said softly to his officers. "It's time to show the Empire who we are now. We are not the lost ship of the past. We are something new." The envoy ship slowly moved closer. The Horizon's lights glowed brighter as it prepared for contact. Suddenly, the Empire's sensors picked up something unexpected. A shadow moving fast near the black hole. It was a small ship, but it was not from the Empire or the Horizon. "Sir, unknown ship approaching fast," shouted a sensor officer. Ral stood up quickly. "Raise shields! Prepare for battle!" The shadow ship stopped just at the edge of the meeting zone. A strange message came through, in a voice neither side could understand. The signal was twisted, like a puzzle made of sound. Jason looked at the screens. "This is not good. Someone else knows about us. Someone watching." The unknown ship suddenly fired a warning shot toward the Horizon. The beam struck the shield and bounced away harmlessly, but the warning was clear. Ral's face hardened. "They don't want peace. They want to stop this meeting." The envoy ship moved to protect the Horizon. Both sides raised weapons, ready for a fight. But then, the Horizon's AI spoke calmly. "We must not start a war here. Our mission is peace. Let me try to communicate." Jason nodded. The AI sent a special signal, one designed to open the puzzle in the unknown ship's message. Slowly, the strange ship lowered its weapons. The tension eased, but the danger was still there. Ral spoke into the comms. "Identify yourself. Why do you attack us?" A new voice answered, this time in Broken Empire language. "We are the Shadows, guardians of the black hole. You must leave. The Horizon carries power that can destroy worlds." Jason frowned. "We do not want to destroy. We only want to return home and live in peace." The Shadows leader said, "Power like that is too dangerous. You do not understand what you hold." Ral looked at Jason. "They are right to fear. That power could change everything." Jason sighed. "Then we must prove we will use it wisely. But first, we need to learn more. We need help." The shadows disappeared back into the black hole's dark space. The meeting zone was quiet again. The envoy ship and the Horizon slowly came closer. This time, without weapons ready, Jason sent a message. "Let us meet. We have much to talk about." Ral answered, "Agreed. But we must be careful. This is only the beginning." When the two ships finally came face to face, the crews looked at each other through their windows. Fear, hope, and curiosity filled the air. Jason stepped forward and said, "We are not the enemy. We are lost travelers who found a new path. Help us walk it." Ral replied, "We want peace too, but we must understand your power before we can trust." Both ships stayed close, the silence broken only by the soft hum of engines and the stars watching silently. The mystery of the Horizon was deeper than anyone thought. The power it carried could save or destroy worlds. And now, everyone was watching to see what would happen next. The meeting between the Horizon and the Empire's envoy ship lasted longer than anyone expected. In the quiet cold of space, both sides struggled to trust each other. The crew of the Horizon showed the Empire some of the alien technology they had found, strange machines that pulsed with blue light, devices that seemed to bend the rules of physics. Commander Ral watched carefully. "This is unlike anything we have ever seen," he said. "It is powerful, but also dangerous. Jason nodded. Yes, we don't fully understand it ourselves, but this technology saved us. It repaired the horizon, gave us new strength. The Empire scientists took samples and scanned the ship's systems. Dr. Voss, the lead scientist, said quietly, "If this technology is real, it could change the balance of power in the Empire and the whole galaxy." Ral felt a chill. The stakes were higher than he had imagined. If the Empire's leaders knew how much power the horizon now held, they might want to take it by force. Meanwhile, in the shadows near the black hole, the mysterious Shadow Fleet watched carefully. Their leader, a tall figure with glowing eyes, spoke softly. "The horizon holds the key, but it is not ready to control it. If the Empire takes it, destruction will follow." Back on the horizon, Jason called a meeting with his officers. "We have to be careful. The Empire is curious, but they could be dangerous. We must protect this technology, but also find a way to use it for good." Lieutenant Mara spoke up. "What if we ask the Shadows for help? They warned us. Maybe they know more than we do." Jason shook his head. "We don't know if we can trust them. Their warning came with a threat. We have to find a way to understand this power ourselves." The days passed slowly. The horizon and the Empire envoy ship stayed close, exchanging knowledge and ideas. Slowly, the fear began to lessen. Some crew members even shared stories of their lives before space, their hopes for the future. But one night, alarms blared through the horizon. The ship's AI had detected a secret signal, one hidden deep inside the Empire's communication system. Someone was sending orders to attack the horizon. Jason's heart raced. "They have been lying. The Council wants war. We must act fast." Ral on the Empire ship was shocked. "Not all of us want war," he said, "but the hardliners are pushing for it. We need to stop this." Jason decided to send a secret message to Ral. "We must work together. There is a group in the Empire who want to destroy us. We have to warn you." Ral received the message and called his closest officers. "We have enemies in our own ranks. If we don't stop them, war will come." The two commanders made a plan. They would reveal the traitors and try to keep the peace. But time was running out. As the horizon drifted near a bright star, the traitors in the Empire fleet made their move. A fleet of warships appeared suddenly, blocking the path between the horizon and the Empire envoy. Jason and Ral saw the fleet and knew war was starting, despite their best efforts. Jason clenched his fists. "This is not the future we wanted," Hull looked determined. "We will fight for peace, even if it means fighting each other." The two ships prepared for battle, but deep inside, both commanders hoped for one thing: that the power of the horizon would not destroy everything they cared about. The fleet of warships blocked the path like a wall of steel and fire. The horizon's crew felt the weight of the moment. This was no longer just a meeting or a warning. It was the beginning of a battle that could change everything. "Commander." Ral stood on the bridge of the Empire envoy ship, eyes sharp, voice steady. "Open communications. Tell the attacking fleet to hold their fire. This fight is not what we want." But the warships did not listen. Their commanders, loyal to the hardliners in the Council, were ready to destroy the horizon and anyone who stood with it. Jason Hale gripped the console. "Raise shields. Prepare weapons. We won't go down without a fight." The horizons. New technology hummed loudly, glowing brighter than ever. Alien machines inside the ship began to pulse with energy, like a heart beating faster and faster. Suddenly, a bright blue light burst from the ship's core. The energy spread in waves around the horizon, pushing back the attacking warships. The shields held strong. Ral gasped. "What is that power?" "It's unlike anything our weapons can break." Jason's voice was calm but full of pride. "It's the alien technology. It defends us, protects us. Despite the power, the battle was dangerous. Explosions rocked space. The Empire's warships fired back fiercely, determined to break through." Inside the horizon, Jason and his officers worked to control the ship's power. The alien machines were not fully understood. Sometimes they responded too quickly or in strange ways. Lieutenant Mara shouted, "The energy is rising too fast. If it overloads, it could tear the ship apart." Jason made a quick decision. We must stabilize the core. Focus all power to shields. No more attacks unless necessary. The crew moved quickly, working together like never before. Slowly, the energy began to calm. Meanwhile, on the Empire envoy ship, Ral fought to keep peace. Alive, he sent urgent messages to the Council pleading for calm. "We must find a way to end this," he said. "War will destroy us all." Back in the battle, the unknown shadow ships appeared again. They moved between the fighting fleets, firing, warning shots at both sides. Their leader's voice echoed in the comms. "Enough! This war serves no one. Stop now, or face destruction from the black hole itself." The warning caused both sides to hesitate. Jason saw this as a chance. "Tell them we want peace. We will stop fighting if they do." Ral nodded. "I am sending the same message. This war is madness." Slowly, the warships pulled back. The battle ended as quickly as it had begun. Both commanders breathed a sigh of relief, but the danger was far from over. Jason knew the power inside the horizon was a gift and a curse. If used well, it could protect the galaxy. If abused, it could bring ruin. Ral looked at Jason through the comms. "We need to find a way to control this power. Together." Jason smiled faintly. "Together. For peace." The two ships drifted side by side in space, bound by hope and the uncertain future. The battle had ended, but the tension did not fade. Both the Horizon and the Empire envoy ship floated silently in the vast emptiness of space. The stars seemed colder now, and the dark shadow of the black hole loomed nearby like a silent watcher. Commander Ral sat at his console, rubbing his tired eyes. He thought about the power that the Horizon carried, a power so strange, so strong, that it could change the entire galaxy. His mind raced with questions. Could the Empire control such technology? Would it bring peace or more war? On the horizon, Jason paced the bridge, his face heavy with worry. The alien technology inside their ship was alive, in a way no human machine had ever been. It pulsed and breathed like a living thing. Jason knew that if they didn't learn to control it soon, the power might control them instead. Lieutenant Mara approached him quietly. "Jason, the shadows are still out there, watching, waiting. We can't ignore them." Jason nodded slowly. "I know. We need to find a way to talk to them, and fast. If they fear this power, maybe they can teach us how to use it without destruction." Suddenly, the Horizon's sensors picked up a signal. It was weak, but clear. The shadows were sending a message, an invitation to meet near the edge of the black hole. Jason and Ral agreed to take the risk. If they wanted peace, if they wanted to understand the power, they had to face the unknown. The two ships moved slowly toward the meeting point. The black hole's gravity pulled at them, making every moment tense and dangerous. As they arrived, a fleet of sleek, dark ships appeared from the shadows. The shadows surrounded them, silent and watching. Their leader, a tall figure wrapped in flowing dark robes, appeared on the comms. "You carry a power not meant for your kind, but you have survived it so far. That means you are special." Jason replied, "We want to learn. We want to use this power to protect, not destroy." The shadow leader's eyes glowed softly. "Very well. But first you must pass a test." The black hole pulsed with energy. Strange lights danced around them. The shadows said they would show the Horizon and its crew a vision, a future where the power was misused and the galaxy burned. Suddenly, the crew was thrown into darkness. One by one, they saw terrible images, worlds destroyed, stars dying, people suffering. The power that saved them could also destroy everything if it fell into the wrong hands. Jason felt a cold fear. "We can't let this happen," the shadow leader's voice echoed again. This is the path you must avoid. Control the power, or it will control you. Ral's voice came through the comms, steady and strong. We will protect this power together. The Empire and the Horizon will work as one. Jason looked out the window at the swirling black hole. It's not just our battle anymore. The future of the galaxy depends on what we do next. The shadows withdrew into the darkness, leaving the two ships alone in the quiet space. For the first time since the Horizon returned, there was hope, but also a heavy weight of responsibility. Jason, Ral, and their crews knew their journey was far from over. The power they held could be a light or a shadow. The choice was theirs, and the galaxy was watching. The silence after the shadow's warning felt heavy in the air. Both the Horizon and the Empire envoy ship moved carefully, as if walking on thin ice. Commander Ral stared at the glowing core of the Horizon through the comms feed. That strange, powerful energy was no longer just a mystery. It was a force that could shape the future. Jason paced the bridge, his mind full of doubts and fears. How do we control something so powerful? How do we keep it from destroying us? Lieutenant Mara stood beside him, her eyes steady. We learn. We train. We don't give up. Jason nodded slowly. We need to create a team. Experts from both the Horizon and the Empire. Scientists, engineers, even diplomats. Everyone must understand this technology. Commander Ral agreed. I will send my best people. We have to work together if we want to survive. The two ships set a course for the nearest neutral station, a place where humans and the Empire often met to trade and talk. It was risky, but necessary. They needed time and space to learn and prepare. On the station, the atmosphere was tense. News of the Horizon's return and the strange technology spread like wildfire. Many were curious, but many were also afraid. Jason and Ral held a public meeting, trying to calm the fears. This technology is not a weapon to destroy, Jason said firmly. It is a tool, and it can help us build peace. But not everyone believed him. Some whispered about war and betrayal. The hardliners in the Empire Council sent spies to watch the meeting, waiting for a chance to strike. Late at night, Jason and Ral met in secret. We have enemies everywhere, Ral said quietly. They want to steal the technology, or destroy it. Jason clenched his fists. We must protect it, and protect the people who trust us. The training began. Scientists from both sides worked together, sharing knowledge. Slowly, they learned to understand the alien machines. They found ways to control the energy, to use it safely. But with every new discovery, the danger grew. The hardliners sent ships to the neutral station, threatening to start a war. One night, alarms rang out. The station was under attack. Jason and Ral rushed to the command center. Defend the station! Protect the technology! Jason ordered. The battle was fierce. Explosions rocked the station. Fires spread through the corridors. Jason and Ral fought side by side, their crews united. The new power of the Horizon helped shield the station, but the attackers were strong. Just when it seemed the station would fall, the shadows returned. Their dark ships appeared, cutting through the attackers with swift precision. The battle ended quickly. The attackers fled, and the station was safe. For now. The Shadow's leader spoke again. You have shown courage. The galaxy needs you. But the path ahead is still dangerous. Jason looked at Ral. We can't do this alone. Ral nodded. Together, we are stronger. But the war is far from over. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear. The Horizon and the Uyghur Empire must stand united. Their fight was no longer just for survival. It was for the future of every world in the galaxy. The neutral station was quiet now, but the tension hung heavy in the air. The battle had been won, but the war was far from over. Jason and Commander Ral stood together on the observation deck, staring out into the endless black of space. The Horizon hovered nearby, its alien technology humming softly, like a living heartbeat. Jason broke the silence. We've learned so much, But there's still so much we don't understand. This power, it's bigger than any of us. Raoul nodded slowly. The shadows warned us. If we lose control, everything we care about could be destroyed. The two men knew the weight of their responsibility. They had seen what could happen if this power fell into the wrong hands. The hardliners in the Empire were still out there, gathering forces in secret, waiting for a chance to strike again. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the station. Red lights flashed. The calm shattered. Jason's heart sank. What now? The communication console crackled to life. A voice, cold and commanding, came through. This is High Commander Varek of the Empire's War Council. Surrender the Horizon and its technology, or face total annihilation. Raoul's face hardened. They want war. Jason took a deep breath. We won't give them this power, not without a fight. The crew rushed to their stations. The Horizon prepared its defenses, glowing with alien energy. Outside, ships began to gather. Warships loyal to Varek's command. But then, from the shadows of space, the dark fleet of the shadows appeared once more. Their leader's voice echoed across all channels. The galaxy will not fall into chaos. We stand with those who protect balance. A new battle was about to begin, one that would decide the fate of the galaxy. Jason looked at Raoul. This is only the beginning. Raoul nodded. Together, we will fight for the future. As the warships closed in, the Horizon's alien core pulsed with a light brighter than 1,000 stars. The crew felt the power surge through the ship, ready to protect, ready to defend. The missing Earth ship was back, and it was stronger than ever.